Hello and welcome. We've got these Bosch batteries, these 8 faulty Bosch batteries, which I did a previous video recently. I checked all the voltages and recorded and talked through what that all meant. Just done a bit of speculation on what might be wrong with them, what we can do to recover them. This video is slightly different because this video I'm going to try and attempt the simplest, most non-intrusive way of bringing batteries back would be voltage recovery. And it'll work or not work depending what's wrong. If I was to bring up these batteries that are below chargeable voltage to chargeable voltage and they don't charge, there's something else wrong. That's a good way of establishing that. In the previous video, battery 3, battery 5 and battery 8, I'll take these out and put the rest aside. Battery 3, battery 5 and battery 8 were all at chargeable voltage, as you can see from this very sophisticated chart I've compiled. Anyway, so because they were chargeable voltage but weren't charged, I put them on the charge. 3 has recovered, 5 has recovered, yeah, but 8 has not. What I did notice when I was charging 8 is, when I put it in the normal charger, I mean, by charging, one end of the battery heated up significantly, and that tells me that 2 of the cells are not going to take. That probably needs cell replacement. I don't know if I'll do it in this video, but I definitely will do it. It's a 4 ampere. I have plenty of compatible cells. We can maybe do a job on that. So we'll say that one is not fixed yet. I'm going to do a quick volt check to give you a full picture of what's going on within these batteries, because I have to do that, just to let you know. So number 3 is showing 20.1 volts, which is just perfect. So basically this faulty battery, allegedly faulty battery, is perfect. 3 is fixed. We can't do anything more with 3. 3 is perfect. Our job there is done before it began. And number 5, it's showing 3 bars on the charger, but the only thing is, it's not quite perfect. It's below 20 volts. I have called batteries fixed that have been that voltage before. The only thing we can do to improve this is open it and balance the cells, and that could maybe give us a fully, perfectly balanced battery. But we can call it fixed in the meantime, and we can come back to it and maybe do cell balancing later on to show you what that's all about. So with them 3 off the table, so to speak, for different reasons, we're stuck with these 5 now. The only way I eliminated the other 3 from this process that I'm going to carry out today. 2 of them is not going to benefit from it, and the other one won't recover, because the 3 and the 5 are functional. See, this keeps losing that. That's right, that light keeps going out because it's not just quite there. 3's perfect. If 2 cells are dead, the voltage recovery technique that I'm going to use is not going to work. We just have to replace the cells. So, moving on, these are all subject to low voltage. Like 1 is 9.3, 2 is very low at 1.8 volts, 4 is 6.1, still quite low, 11 a bit low. It hasn't far to go, provided there's nothing wrong within the pack. And this one is 0.1 volt, you know. But anyway, we've got to try a little bit of voltage recovery, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. This is the most non-intrusive, safest way to recover your battery if it's got a low volt problem rather than anything else. The process involves the use of this LiPro balance charger. We could connect a good battery to it with the wires. You've seen it everywhere all over the internet. Everybody thinks it's the magic bullet to fix any problem in a battery. That is not the case. It will correct low voltage, which is what we're going to attempt now, but it can cause other issues like burn out your cells. It can, you know, burn out connections. It can do all sorts of things that are unsavory. A lot of time it works. That's why people think it's so great. But this is so much safer and will not heat up the cells that are in there. I'll give the battery a fighting chance to come back if it is low voltage is the issue. You've seen this before on the internet. I'm going to use this. I could use other things. I could use wires. I could use other metal objects. But I'm just going to use these because, yeah, why not? They're so popular. It's so popular to stick the knife blades onto it. So remember, this is 9.3 volts. And we're connecting the plus and the minus here. You can see the red onto the plus, the black onto the minus. And we set the charger to 5S as we're charging the whole pack. And we've held the button. We'll give her 2 amps, we'll not go mad. Low voltage. Right, so she's not going to do that. So we'll try that again. We'll go down to we'll go down to a smaller S. We'll go down to 3S to see if she'll charge it. This is a wee trick just to see. We get her to start to charge. She's starting to do something. So this is a little trick. If your battery is too low to be charged with the balance charger, you put her down to 3S, even though this is a 5S battery, just to get it going. And then once we go down a wee bit, see the ampage is dropping. Once we get her up a wee bit, we can maybe go to 4S, then go to 5S. That'll be going up a wee bit now. We'll stop her and put her onto 4S now to see. We can no. We'll try 4S now to see if she takes the 4S. Yep, she's taking the 4S. So we'll try her in the 4S a wee bit until she comes on up. We'll get her to about 12.5 or something. Yeah, she's coming up nicely now. That's 4S there. We'll try her on for a little while there and then we'll take her up to 5S. Because this is so low, we'll have to do this. Very concerned by this, that she's not coming up higher, quicker. She seems to be over around the 12.87. That might mean that that's all the cells that are viable there. There might be only 3 banks of cells out of this 10 pack of cells that's viable. We'll put up to 5S to see if she charges. We'll try her with 5S to see. She's taking the 5S charge now, so we'll see how she goes. We'll have to leave it on a while to see if she climbs past where she was before. If she does, that's good. If she doesn't, we'll know there's a problem within the pack. We'll know those cells are just not taking the charge for whatever reason. She's stammering around that point again, I think. Yeah, she's going up and down there. You see that? I think to waste any more time on that right now, this attempt, our voltage recovery with the balance charger has not worked here, because the simple reason is, I would say there's either a broken connection or dead cells within that 8 amp. So that's number one down. The voltage recovery didn't work on that. Number two, and that's going to be a real challenge, because I'll tell you why. 1.8 volts. First challenge is getting the charger to recognize it. We're not going to get her to go at 5S, but we'll give her a go. We'll try her what we did before. Hopefully that'll work. We've connected up to the LiPro battery charger again. We're going to give it a go at 1S, even though of course it's a 5S battery again. But because 1.8 volts, we couldn't really get her to go with that. She's come up quite quickly. Yeah, that's her charge to 1S. That's good. So we'll try our 2S now. Anyway. Try our 2S and then hit that. Hopefully that'll come up quite quickly to about 8 volts. Hopefully no stammering on the way. Yeah. So we'll go up to 3S now. You only have to do this if your battery's so low that it won't recognize it. So because we're up to 3S, we want to be coming to, want to see about 12 volts in this. If we see 12 volts in this, we can go up to 4S then. And again, we don't want any stuttering, stammering, stopping at a voltage along the way. That's a bad sign. There you are. Coming up nicely. It's not taking long. But this is the proper way to bring something like this up, rather than overheating the cells, rather than doing the jump start from one battery to another. Yep. So we'll stop that and go up to 4S now. Again, 2 amps is plenty. I used to charge them faster, but there was one of my good advisors and friends on the platform here advised me it was a bad idea. We'll just keep her at 2 amps. 2 amps is fast enough, and we're looking to get up to about, because we're 4 now, we're looking to get up to about 16 volts here. We get up to 16 volts, we can go on to the next one. We probably could have went on straight on to 5S there, but no, I'm just gonna take it nice and slow. Make sure that this gets right up there if it can. Sometimes I like to see a very low voltage battery like that, because a lot of them have a high potential of recovery by this method. Not all of them. Hopefully this is one of a lot, rather than the ones that don't. It's all coming up, so that's pretty positive. So I want to get up to about 16 volts. 16 volts is really where we want to be with that. As long as we keep making progress. Yeah, we're still progressing. That's the essential thing with this. If you see it wavering up and down and not going any further, you know it's you know there's another issue. I'll continue to build the voltage where the voltage is accepted. And if the voltage is not accepted, there's a reason. Bad cells, bad connections, broken connections, whatever. I'm going to stop her and try her 5S now, go the whole way now. Go the whole way. Here we are, 5S now. She's more than above where she should be. So we'll leave her some time now. That's just a waiting game, just to see if she'll come up. She might be at chargeable voltage now, but I'll wait till this gets up to about 15. That means this is putting 15 in. That means about well over 12.5 13 in, so we want to get to at least 15. Right, we're coming up to 15.7778 get in, so that's pretty good still. We'll keep that going. We don't have to really go as high as that. Maybe we could get away with already taking it off, but no, we'll keep it on. We'll not do any harm. Upgraded the sophisticated chart here. I had the voltage recovery, voltage rec DNT that did not take for the first one, so that's where we're at with that. So we'll see how 2 does now. What we're going to do is we're going to switch off the charger, do a quick voltage check, and see what. Just stop that. As the charger stopped, and do a quick voltage check. 15.37. So we've got it up from 1.8 to 15.3433. The best thing we can do is try it on the Bosch charger now. Get them out of there. Try it on the Bosch charger to see if it takes a charge, if it even starts the charging process, which it has. We could be lucky with that one, but we'll know in a good while, because that's only a 2 amp charger. It'll take it a wee while to charge that 8 amp, but we'll know if the cell's failing in the charging process, or it doesn't come up high enough after a while. So we'll just leave that for now. We'll leave that to the side, and we'll move on to, which is battery what? 3, 5 and 8 are out of the picture, 1's out of the picture. So 3's already fixed, so we're right fixed there. And 5 is the one that has a wee bit of cell imbalance. It's not applicable. It will try voltage recover in that. And we'll have to wait and see for 2. So we'll have to move on to number 4 and see how that's going with how it goes with the voltage recovery. The thing is, at 6.1, we're looking at a similar sort of picture, even though this one's much lower for recovery. I think there is a possibility this might work the same way. With the B6 charger connected up here, and bear in mind this has only got 6 volts in it, we're going to have to turn it down to something that it might take. We'll try the 2S first. That's fairly mild, so that should come up to about, charge up to, it shows about 8 volts in this charger. And then we'll go to 3S, which is show 12, etc. You know, that got to over 8 very quick, which is what we want to see, which we expect to see. And again, 3S, we're looking to get to 12. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. We'll try that again, just in case we had a connection error there, but we'll try this again to see. Nope. There's cell connect. There's a cell issue within the battery, we think. So 4 didn't take. So we're gonna have to just stop that and just move on to the next one. Sadly, upgrade the chart. Another DNT. And smart guys in the comments, connecting to another battery will not fix that. This is exactly the same thing, this charging, what I'm doing. The only thing is this is safer and easier in the battery. Moving on to number 6, which is a 4 amp as well. Nope. So moving on to number 6, which is a 4 amp. This is 11 volts. So again, we're probably going to go easy with the charger here. Could probably go to 5S right away, but I'm going to start in 4S, just be cautious with the whole thing. No, connection break. It's not our connection. There's actually a problem within the battery. Even if we go down to 3S, it's not going to make any difference, I don't think. Go down to 3S and try it there, but I don't think it's going to work. No, there's a problem within the battery there. So number 6 is it did not take as well. And again, this doesn't work. The jump start won't work either. That's a fact of life. So another DNT. Voltage recovery did not take. We've quite an interesting one coming up next. This is the last one because I haven't filled this in at the bottom because that one is that is sort of fixed, but it needs voltage balance fixed, but not balanced. So this one is very low voltage. Not one. I don't know if I've ever brought one back that low with the LiPro balance charger, but we're going to try it. It's a 4 amp. We're going to just connect it and give it a bash here to see. Because we're as low as is humanly possible for a battery to be and have some voltage, it's basically only get a whiff of a voltage. It's only get the smell of a voltage. So we're going to go for 1S. See if she goes with that one. Try it with that. We're looking for her to bring her up to 4, which she's doing quite quickly. And we'll do the same process again. That's her finish, bringing it up to 4. That's what we wanted to see. Then we'll go to 2S. And we're looking for her to bring it up to 8, which she might do quite quickly as well. Which is what we want to see. Look at that. She's doing that quite quickly. So we can move on to 3S there. I could probably go higher series of charge, but I'm just going to go easy like this. There's no point in going bonkers. Doesn't take that much time. There, we're coming up to 12. Once I see the ampage dropping, I'll just stop her and go up to the next one, which shouldn't be that far away from now. There's the ampage starting to drop now, so we're going to go to 4S again. We could probably go to 5, but I'm just going to go to 4 anyway. And what we're looking for to come up to really is when it's putting about 15 odd onto it, it's well above the 12.5 if the cells are equal that it needs to charge. Don't know if I intended doing this real time, but it's working, so we'll just, it's not taking that long. We'll just stick with it. It'll help you guys if you're doing the process yourself. And if you want to buy this LiPro balance charger, I'm going to try and remember to put the link in the description and pinned in the comments section. They're not that expensive, and if you have a lot of batteries or even are interested in working on some batteries, this is the way to do it. This is much safer than the old connecting 2 batteries together there, because it's not the holy grail people thinks that it is, you know. Hopefully this recovers further. If it sticks around there now and doesn't come up any higher, we could be in trouble. If it doesn't get up to 14 volts shortly, we have to pull the plug and say that it's got a cell failure issue or a connection problem within the battery. Most likely to be a cell failure, to be quite honest. It might be above chargeable voltage at this stage, but I wouldn't fancy it to charge. If that makes any sense, I just wouldn't fancy it to work. We can try it on just for the experimental sense of it, but It can't put any more into it than it's putting in now. This charger's showing me what it's putting into the battery, not what is in the battery. As long as it keeps climbing, we're alright. It's got up over 14. If we can keep going, I'm going to let her go up to about 16, then I'm going to try and charge her, because I think that's the most sensible way of doing this. I could probably get away with taking it off the charger and giving it a bash now, but you know, you want to be on the right side of it. So I'll leave her a wee minute now. I'll just stop the video and then we'll take it up in a few minutes again. Right, our charger's coming up to 16 volts there now. So what I'm going to do, pull it off the charge, stop the charger, do a quick volt check and put it on the Bosch charger to see if we have a result. I'll just stop it here now. That's the charging stopped, and quick volt check reads 15 volts, so that should be enough to get her to charge if things are right within the battery. And it's charging. Yep, that's cool. That doesn't tell the whole story, but that's positive. We'll go back to the chart here. After voltage recovery, we're going to write fixed here, but there's a question mark over it to see if it takes a full charge, and we're going to write fixed here and a question mark over it. So after 2 videos, our chart is, we're no further forward with the first one. We think the second one's fixed. We know number 3's fixed. We're no further forward with 4. 5. The thing about 5 is not balanced. It's not balanced. I actually get this wrong. That is not fixed. That is NA. Anyway, that is not balanced, but it is sort of fixed. Sorta. We'll put a question mark on that because we'll have to balance it later on. We'll do that in a later video. Number 6 didn't take to the voltage recovery, and number 7, which is the one that's on the charge now, we think that's fixed. That's still charging away there. So we could potentially have 1, 2, 3, 4. We could have half of them fixed. That has been the most unintrusive way to recover batteries. In the last 2 videos I showed you how to check the battery, and I showed you how to do the most mildest, safest voltage recovery technique. And like I say, with 4 potential good ones at this stage, it looks like. Fingers crossed. And sure, in the next video we'll go on to more deeper stuff. We'll get into the ones that are DNTs there to see what is actually wrong with them. We'll have to get in there and do voltage checks on the cell banks and check for broken connections, etc. So that'll be the next video. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out the channel for all the other videos.